Hi, I did my topic on promoting learning in older adults using effective multimedia design. My goal is to inform current and future educators on how to effectively teach older adults by utilizing multimedia design. So the population that was looked at in my studies were men and women over the age of 50, so for this purpose, I'll be talking about that population. So some of the changes in cognitive function as we age is our attention. As a person ages, tasks that require attention become more difficult. And older adults also have difficulty switching their attention between tasks. Our short-term memory is the ability to repeat a list of newly seen or heard items. This form of memory modestly declines with age, and different areas of the brain activate, which indicates younger and older adults perform short-term and memory differently, specifically in the prefrontal cortex, which you can see on the image on the screen. Long-term memory is also affected, which is the stored knowledge that we acquire throughout our life. As one ages, it becomes difficult to transfer knowledge from the short-term to long-term memory, which makes it difficult to learn new information. In visual design, studies have found that older adults read a 14-size font faster, and they actually prefer this over a 12-size font. In contrast, older adults experience a decline in visual acuity, which makes it difficult to distinguish between colors. Older adults also have difficulty noticing small elements such as buttons and links on websites. And on the screen is an example of high contrast versus low contrast. And high contrast actually increases the memory. On the right side of the screen is an example where an older adult may experience what's called disability glare, which causes them to lose the letters in the text passage. Guidelines for print materials also work well for the web, so these might include writing in an active voice, writing short sentences and keeping the paragraphs short, and using lists and words that the readers can understand. So why is learning important for older adults? As the aging population continues to grow, the age of retirement will also increase, which means more older adults will be staying in the workforce longer. So training and retraining components are critical for older adults so that they can learn the new skills that enable them to work with the new developments in technology and also learn new ways of performing their jobs. It has been found that older adults are less likely to have extensive exposure to technology than younger generations, but recent data shows that older adults are using computers and the internet more now than they have in the past. And it's also important to understand that everyone is different. Studies have found that there are both negative and positive effects on cognitive function as we age. Some older adults can actually outperform younger people, such as in math. Older people may have grown up without calculators, whereas the younger generations, such as myself, we've become reliant on calculators to do even simple math. So person-related learning relies on the knowledge we have acquired throughout our life, such as through education or personal experience. One study found that younger and older adults perform better if they had prior knowledge on a topic. And these factors also rely on our own abilities and senses. So if an educational design does not meet the needs of age-related changes, say vision or hearing, a person will not be able to perform well on their task. Another factor is social. So social factors are important for culminating learning in older adults. One study found that when older adults were learning a new computer application, they learned better when working with a partner. And environmental factors can also influence learning. So we all know that learning occurs best in areas that are well lit, warm, and free of distractions. Studies have made assumptions that a negative environment condition will actually have more an effect on an older adult than someone who's younger in how they learn. In theories, researchers are attempting to answer whether or not there is a reason to expect that older adults take more advantage of enhanced computer-based instruction than younger adults. And mixed results have been found so far, which does indicate that reducing the performance gap between younger and older learners is possible. And computer programs help to prevent information overload, specifically in older adults. Programs can be adjusted to meet the desired difficulty level of the learner, and they're also able to track their individual performance so that the training complexity can be adjusted. And this is especially important for older adults when learning, as to avoid bombarding them with too much information at once. And we already have what we need to help older adults learn. So many of the computer programs needed to promote learning in older adults, they already exist. Some work needs to be done to improve these programs, but studies are being conducted to identify the solutions to improve learning outcomes. And our current knowledge about cognitive function, visual design, training, and computers, they all support the future of learning for older adults. The improved platforms that we have in place will be able to support learning without the need to invest more time and effort into developing the formats for older adults. So in closing, learning has been shown to improve cognitive functioning throughout life, and it also keeps older adults engaged within their community. And all of this improves their quality of life. Thank you.